also to thank Deborah, who couldn't be here tonight, but Austin is here tonight. He's the manager at the Set Room. The Set Room was one of the very first boutiques in the world to carry the brand. They were the first here in the U.S., except for another one, that really understood the vision that I had behind the brand and why I created Argos itself, and the Greek mythology and the symbolism and the whole meaning behind it. I really wanted to create a brand and a line that was more than just a fragrance, something that would actually entice, elevate fragrance itself, and involve more of our senses other than our sense of smell, something that had a story and meaning behind it. So I love Greek mythology and Roman mythology. It's very romantic. There's so many paintings and stories and poems about Greek mythology, and what better thing to do than marry your hobby and your work with one of your joys in life. So that's what I did with Greek mythology. Every fragrance I create, I'm hoping to immerse you and take you into that legend and that Greek mythology story. Tonight we're actually commemorating and launching the very first Argos artist series. So we're taking it a step further. We're actually taking artists in history that have been inspired by Greek and Roman mythology and done great works of art based on that. So the first one that I chose was Gustav Klimt, and the subject matter was DANAE. And as that relates to Argos and the brand, she was an Argos princess, and her father wanted to know when he was going to have a son. So he went to the oracle and asked, when am I going to have a male heir? When am I going to be able to pass the crown on? And the oracle told him, you're never going to have a son, but your daughter will have a son, and he will kill you. So he did what any level-headed father would do. He locked her away in a castle, never to be married or never to have a suitor. But she was the most beautiful woman in the world. And so Zeus, being Zeus, he was enticed, and he shone down as a golden ray of light. And there's a painting over there by Gustav Klimt, and it's also on the bottle. And she became pregnant with Perseus. And the legend does come to fruition, but there's also another story, another meaning behind that. It's also symbolizing the relationship between man and God, having an honest and open relationship with God, and also battling between earthly and worldly goods. So when you see Rembrandt and Titian doing their rendition of the thing, you'll actually see somebody in the background trying to reach up and steal that gold that's coming down. And that's the inner struggle that we all face with wanting and needing material things versus DANAE, who's lying there nude, just trying to have that meaningful relationship with God. So there's lots of meaning behind every one of these fragrances that I create, and this is no exception. This is a beautiful fragrance. It's the perfect time of year for this fragrance. It opens with a bright bergamot, Sicilian lemon. It has pink pepper, which is kind of spicy. It has a lot of wood in it, Zeus. It has gaiac wood, sandalwood, and it has cashmere wood. It has a sticky, sweet cistus to it. So I want you to all try this fragrance. I hope you enjoy it. There's more to come. There's a lot of hints as to some of the other fragrances that I'm about to launch next year. One of them being that statue right there, Athena. So that will be a feminine fragrance. There's a lot of ladies here tonight, and I'm making one for y'all that will be available hopefully before Valentine's Day of next year. So when you're purchasing a fragrance tonight, you're not just supporting me, you're also helping a small business, you're helping the Scent Room, which I truly appreciate them carrying the line. Like I said, Deborah couldn't be here tonight, but she totally was in love with the whole concept behind the brand, the aesthetics of the bottle, and obviously the beauty of the fragrance itself. So he's the man with the golden hands. I think each one is insured for $500,000. He's the one who holds these bottles and makes sure that they get into your hands as well. So I will be here till 10. I appreciate you all coming and celebrating and commemorating this event, and just enjoy the fragrance.
Great, thank you.